Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone.
Yesterday morning, I received news that a good friend of mine passed away over the weekend.
Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never, ever end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Oh, but I always thought that I'd see you again.
This world is very broken. And what's wrong with it is people. Last week, with all the upheaval and upset about the American election, I'd started to, I'd actually recorded the whole thing, a vlog with my thoughts, as so many other people have done. But I ended up deleting it, deleting the whole thing, because I didn't know if really I was just adding to the problem, if I was just ranting and railing to really no avail, which was sort of the point of the vlog in the first place, that nothing we do seems, that nothing we ever do seems to fix things, and that's because at the heart of it is that people are messed up. And I'd read an article from an archaeologist who said, these things that are happening, they just happen through history. It is a situation of history repeating itself ad nauseum, because humans never learn. I mean, basically that was, and if anyone's going to tell us, if anyone's going to know about that, it's going to be an anthropologist or an archaeologist that studies these things and civilizations. And I went on to make the point that I had begun to think that maybe, these prophecies that different civilizations had, like the Mayans, end of the world stuff, and end time stuff in the Bible, and other groups and civilizations have had about the end of the world, that maybe really what all that was and is a wishful thinking type of thing, a realization that all of this stuff is never going to end until there's an ending of civilization itself, an ending of the human problem. I went on to say that, even if you put if you got all the white supremacists together and all of these bigoted groups, all these homophobic people, and just locked them away somewhere, gave them their own island somewhere away from, anyone of color, or anyone that was, different from them, that one, they would still find differences with one another, because it's the nature of people to pick out differences and then make those things this huge issue of where, we don't want you, we're not, you're, the thing of, if there's difference, then that's bad. And then on the other side, if all of these people who, that a lot of us think of ourselves as, people who are, for unity or civil rights, who feel, like we're the good guys, so to speak, we'd eventually start picking each other apart as well. And why that is it's people. People are the problem. People, the nature, it's in the nature of this beast. so to speak. And so I made those points, and I had even edited some of the video and put it together, and then I just scratched the whole thing. Um, and seeing now that these things that have gone on both sides, there again, those of us who are supposed to be the good guys, those who are for unity, um, you know, uh, and civil rights and stuff, you see them, acting out in, not peaceful protests, but these violent protests where they're attacking Trump supporters or holding signs that say, rape Melania, or however you say her name, Trump's wife, rape her. For one thing, on a side note, if you're gonna rape someone, well, don't rape her. I don't think he'd even care. Rape him. Maybe do an Edward II type of with a hot poker. But that's part of the problem as well, is that we get, the thing is that we get angry. Those that are oppressed, or those that see this oppression, we get angry, and the baser parts of our nature come out because we feel this rage. We feel oppressed. We feel like we're being bullied, and that's really what this video is about. At the beginning, I said about my, I getting news about my friend. And over the weekend, she took her life because she was being bullied. And so many thoughts and anguished feelings hit me when I found out, because this is a really good friend. Of course, it's the overwhelming loss, the personal loss. We're we are selfish, and whereas I know she's at peace, she's in a much better place than this nutcase of a world, where I've never felt like I belonged. I know from, years of being her friend that she never felt like she belonged. I know here that she's found peace, finally. But selfishly, I'm like, I'm left now in this nutcase of a world without my Laura. And I called her my trudge mate. That she, we were trudging through this world together, and it just made it seemed to make it a little more bearable, knowing she was there. So the first thing is this overwhelming loss, this grief, this personal grief. And then the next thing is this furious anger at them, at these people who bullied her. I don't know who they are. I don't know their names or where they are. But my feeling is being enraged. I'm angry that they killed my friend. That they pushed her and pushed her and pushed her to this. And they'll never stand trial. They'll never have anything done to them to punish them for what they've done. And they've essentially gotten away with murder. And I think about, if I had them in the same room, what would I do to them? And if I'm honest, I would want to torture them. I'd want to torture them the way they tortured her. I wouldn't just want to give them an easy, peaceful way out of this nutcase world. I'd want to hurt them. I'd want to hurt them because I'm hurting. I'd want to hurt them because they hurt my friend. And that's what's going on right now in the whole world, is that people are hurting. People feel scared. And they're acting out. And, so we have this mess. And we have this mess because people are just people. And that base nature is to be violent or to have these issues with differences, to click together in these little groups or big groups of mobs. And act in these horrible ways. And it's the human condition. And the answer isn't to fight fire with fire. To have these violent protests and that are seeing people attack cars of Trump supporters, or with their posters that are telling people to rape other people. If I had those horrible people in this room who hurt my friend, and I did torture them, it wouldn't bring her back. So the title of this, there was a book back, I think in the 60s, by some psychobabbler, and it was called I'm Okay, You're Okay. The thing is, I'm not okay, and neither are you. None of us are. None of us are okay. None of us are okay. Tell your friends that you love them. Let them know. Hold those who are dear to you close. No answers. Nothing gonna fix this or make it right. But where there is any goodness, where there is any love, where there is any love left, let us be thankful for that, and let us be thankful for those gentle souls like Laura, who we're blessed to know.